Hello everyone, we are doing this again.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
It's been a while since I cleaned my bedroom with y'all, so I thought why don't I make another video of me cleaning my room. As y'all saw, my room definitely needs to be cleaned as soon as possible. I just came back from an event, and that event was EGCon. And if you're familiar with going to any event where you need to be preparing and doing outfit and all that stuff, you know how crazy it gets. So my room looks literally so insane right now. And immediately after I got back from that event, I had my period. And sometimes you get your period and you feel fine. It sucks, but you feel fine. But other times you get your period and you feel like you're a dying Victorian child. I'm currently in this stage. I spent like literally 3 days not moving from my bed. I was literally sleeping like in this mess. So yeah, we need to do that. So I thought, why don't I film my cleaning process for y'all while also sharing some tips and tricks on how I make cleaning way less overwhelming for me, while also telling y'all how I'm able to keep my room clean for a very long period of time, because that is something that I was not able to do in the past. My room used to get dirty like really fast. So if you looked at that 0.5 video of my room, you're gonna feel like you're so overwhelmed, you don't know where to start. It's because you're trying to process in as much as possible where are all the messy places are, and that will genuinely make you feel like you don't want to even have the motivation to clean. So let's stop doing that. Let's think of a bedroom. What does a bedroom contain? More specifically, what does my bedroom contain? So my bedroom contains a bed, we have 2 tables, shelves, and we have this library here, and then we have floor. So that's where we're gonna start. First thing first, let's make a list where we write down all of the parts that make my bedroom a bedroom, and let's start cleaning part by part, section by section. I have been doing this for years and it's genuinely a game changer. It makes cleaning way more easier for me. So the first section that I always start with is my bed, because my bed is the biggest area in my room. If I was able to clean my bed right now, my room will somehow feels cleaner. At least this is a way that I trick my mind into thinking that, hey, I did something. So let's start by cleaning my bed first thing first. Since I'm about to start cleaning my bedroom, I will advise y'all to have like a nearby trash can, or for me, a plastic bag, where if I found like little trash things here and there, like tissues or whatever, I can just immediately get rid of them here. And this makes things way easier when it comes to cleaning each section that you're about to clean. Since I've recently changed the bed sheets and the pillow covers, I didn't need to change them again. I just needed to clear the bed from the amount of stuff that it had on it. There was a pile of like folded clean clothes at the end of the bed that I just needed to put back in my wardrobe, and just a lot of like scattered plushies around that I just needed to put back in their place. And finally, I finished everything by folding the blanket that I use while sleeping. I want you to see and witness yourself the psychological effects of having a clean bed. Even though most of the room is still somewhat very messy, just by cleaning the bed, I already mentally feel way better. So now let's tackle the other parts. So what I have behind me is very scary. It's very overwhelming to look at. Let's first start by noticing what is the first issues in this area. I'll give you a hint. It's clothes. If I right now started by cleaning each clothing item I'm finding and folding it and putting it away, or seeing if this is dirty or clean or whatever, this is a beautiful recipe for me to basically overwhelm the out of myself and for me to quit cleaning early. So we are not tackling clothes at all today. With the help of this beautiful plastic basket, any clothing item that I'm about to encounter while cleaning, I'm just gonna throw in here and forget about it till I feel like I'm mentally ready enough to start dealing with it. I started cleaning both of my tables with a very clear task on my mind, which is if I come across any clothing item, I just pick it up and throw it in the basket. That's it. That's the first step. I don't have to think about anything else, and on the tables, I don't have to overwhelm myself with anything else. In the end, you're gonna see that I had my drawers open. They had like a bunch of clothing items as well inside. If I dwelled there and I decided to start organizing inside the drawers, this is not gonna be over at all. So I just closed the drawers for me to eventually later on organize Here you can see the basket that is full of clothes. After being done with the clothes, second step is seeing what's actually making my tables so messy. So I have a bunch of plastic pouches that I use to organize my hair ties and my jewelry, and they had been open and they spilled over everywhere, so I just had to organize these small parts. And here we have a little Shushu cameo. Y'all already know that Shushu owns the channel. As y'all saw earlier, I also changed the sheets on my round table because it has been a while since it was changed. As y'all can clearly see, I have a bunch of like leather, like small bags and plastic pouches that contain different things. They were splattered all over the table, so all I had to do is just like pick them up and put them in their like designated space. And just like that, yay, we're finally done with the tables. Okay, I finally finished cleaning both of the tables, but now we have this really interesting problem here that I need to tackle. If you're unfamiliar with what are those shelves exactly here, that's where I keep my crafts because I like doing crafts. So sometimes they look organized and sometimes they look crazy. And right now, they look really crazy. Another thing that I would love to mention, don't you ever think that I'm doing all of this in one sitting. I am taking constant breaks, I'm having a little snack, I'm drinking something, I'm doing all of this, I'm laying down whenever I need to because I am an anemic girly and I get dizzy very, very fast. Even doing a little bit of effort makes me dizzy. This is something that I have been having my whole life. I swear to God, I'm taking vitamins, I'm doing everything, but this is just how my body is, and that is okay. I'm not mad about it. So right now we're gonna start cleaning this part. This area doesn't just contain my craft stuff, I also have an online thrift store, so whenever I make drops and I have leftover items that didn't sell, I organize them in the upper shelves in this area. This place is a very tricky place to clean in my room because I can only make it like mediocrely organized. I cannot make it look absolutely like seamless and like squeaky clean. If you saw my first ever cleaning video, you would know that my craft stuff used to be scattered all over the room, so having them at least in this shelves makes them somewhat organized, so it can look as good as this. I am really happy with how much I have accomplished today. The room looks way better. It looks way more spacious right now, but I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I'm taking a break and I'm continuing tomorrow. Let me give you a full look of how the room is looking right now. Hello, it's me, next day, and I'm coming here to continue cleaning with y'all. I'm dressed because I was going out with my mom to buy some groceries and other stuff, and I just want to say that this is how your local alternative baddie be looking 90% of the time. If you know me, there are two things that I really hate cleaning the most. One of them happens to be clothes and the other happens to be the vanity where we do our makeup, our skincare, and all the important stuff. But you would be surprised that I really hate cleaning this especially. Anyway, we are cleaning it today because So I find the vanity to be extremely hard to clean because I'm not the only one who's using it. My older sister also uses the vanity and she has a lot of stuff. So the fact that I don't know exactly what's in the vanity is what makes it really hard for me to clean. First, I start by cleaning the trash. Second, I start by picking up like the makeup items and wiping them down with a damp cloth. Third, I try my best to clear the vanity space as much as possible by putting all the clean items that I've wiped down on my bed. Lastly and finally, I wipe the vanity and then rearrange all makeup and skincare stuff again. So supposedly I cleaned the vanity. Honestly, I'm not very proud of how I cleaned the vanity. I know from the time lapse it's very obvious that I didn't do the best job. Most of the stuff here are my older sister's stuff and I just don't know what to do with them, and I just try to keep them as tidy as possible so they wouldn't look crazy. So this is the best that I could do when it comes to the vanity and just how it's cleaned. At least it looks a little bit more organized, and I just took most of the trash out and threw anything that is like, you know, empty or unneeded. Those are literally my items here. And those are just mine. And there are stuff that me and my sister share, so it's just, I find the whole process to be extremely confusing. This is all I got. You might find yourself asking me, OMG, Kimmy, what's that next to you? That wasn't not here before. Well, the thing is, the season is changing and we are going to say goodbye to the winter, and now the summer is coming in, and it's coming in hot and very strong. Never ask a person who lives in a very hot country if they're excited for the summer, because the answer is gonna be no. No, I am not excited for the summer. Mind you, this is how I looked last summer. So no, I am not excited for the summer, and I'll have to say goodbye to my beautiful winter fluffy clothes. So now we're about to organize some of the clothes that I got from my wardrobe, so I'm able to put them away where I keep my winter clothes, and then I can finally start organizing my summer clothes instead. While we're organizing those clothes, I wanted to share like more tips and other stuff about, being clean in general, and a little bit of a story time, we can say. So we said cleaning by sections, and this is something that I always do now, and it helps a lot. And as you saw, I was able to literally finish a big chunk of the room like really fast because I'm cleaning in sections. I'm not just going around the room and just like looking everywhere, which is good. Another tip or trick that I have for y'all is that try to be messy, not nasty. And I know you're gonna be like, girl, what the hell? Just wait. I'll share something that is a little bit vulnerable and private, but I am not shy of who I was or who I am, and this page or this channel is a safe space for all. Because a lot of you like to joke about mental health and what it does to you, but nobody wants to talk about like the unpleasant and unclean and not glamorized parts about mental health. It's not just something that makes you a little bit quirky and able to crack a joke here and there. It's actually something that affects your life. So when I was a teenager, I was troubled and I did not have the best relationship with cleaning, and I even until now I still do, but back then I was even worse about it. I had like hoarder tendencies, and I was very nasty, as in like, oh, I'm gonna bring in a plate of food to my room, I'm gonna eat half of it, and then I'm gonna throw the plate with half of the food still in it, so clothes and other stuff will pile on it, and then what happens then? It's something beautiful that is called mold and other bugs and stuff. Or maybe I would drink something, not finish it, and then it will get spilled on another pile of clothes or paper or whatever the hell that I had. Or I would just bring in snacks, and after I'm finished with the snack, I don't throw like the plastic wrap out or where it was, like the container. And obviously those horrible habits did not just make my room not clean, it made my room nasty. Like you would enter my room and you would smell it. That's how bad it is. And back then we also did not have like the marbled floor we have right now, or ceramic floor that we have right now. We had wooden floor, and there's something really nice about wood is that it's organic. And if moisture started going in it, and it like sucks this moisture, because that's what wood does, it's a recipe for a bedroom or a place becoming a literal biohazard. But then when I was a teenager, I was low-key given a second chance by my family, where they were like, hey, we're gonna remodel your room and we're gonna make your room better, but you have to promise us something, is that your room is not gonna be dirty anymore. And then after they remodeled my room, we took off the wooden floor ourselves. And I remember seeing what was underneath the wooden floor. Colonies of, hey, trigger warning, oh my god, trigger warning for people who are afraid of bugs or story times about that. Colonies of like different type of worms. Not worms, babes, I love worms. Worms are my friends. We're talking maggots and like other type of bugs and other type of like insects. It was bad, and I remember seeing this with my own eyes. It's very jarring, and just seeing and how much I had to throw out of my room. Like a lot of my clothes were moist by having water or other type of liquids being thrown at them, and then they started getting moldy, and then it was not good, man. It was not good. And I just remember being a teenager and being like, oh dude, I cannot be living like that. Like I can't be living like that. So I promised myself that I would change, and I did change. Did my room get dirty? I have a lot of evidence of my room getting dirty, but my room was never nasty after that. If you have this bad habit of keeping half-eaten food or full cups or anything like that, please, if you get rid of this habit, it's gonna help you a lot in becoming more clean. I just realized, hey, it doesn't take a lot of time for me to get up and go to the kitchen and just throw the rest of the food if it's bad, or keep it in the fridge. It's not that hard. You don't have to keep it inside your room for it to mold and do all that stuff. And even right now, I'm cleaning around the room. This is the trash bag that I collected from cleaning around, and 90% of what's inside is tissues. We don't have any old wrappers of snacks I ate or anything like that. We don't have any of that here. Just tissues and like an old alcohol bottle and just empty stuff like that. Nothing nasty inside of here. So even if my room got messy, my room was never nasty. My room does not smell anymore. My room does not have this really, really bad moist smell. And this, getting rid of this habit just helped a lot with becoming more clean, and just I'm able to clean my room right now and not being afraid that I'm gonna get surprised by something I left for a while. Getting rid of that habit of keeping stuff that potentially could lead to mold or bugs or anything like that have helped a lot. It also made me less scared of cleaning my room, because I used to be very scared of cleaning my room, because every time I'm cleaning or I'm picking up something or I'm collecting something, I'm afraid of what I will find underneath. That used to be like a genuine fear of mine. Now I'm able to collect clothes from around the room that are not thrown on the floor. This is also something that I changed about myself. Yeah, sometimes I come from outside, I'm tired, I'm unable to put my clothes where they were, and I take them off. I don't put them in the wardrobe, but I don't throw them on the floor either. I'm able to pick them up later and know that they will be clean, or they would not be as dirty, or they wouldn't be in the past or being stepped on or anything like that. After my family were nice enough to remodel my room for me, I remember thinking to myself, oh my god, this is kinda nice. I like having a clean room. I like existing in a clean area. I can actually focus on studying or doing what I want to do without feeling constantly overwhelmed by the environment around me. And not just that, I mentally feel better. I'm able to do stuff now, and I feel motivated to do stuff now because I exist in a clean area, and I was no longer embarrassed about inviting my friends over. Not just that, my place, my house, my room have became like a main hangout area for me and my friends. Like, that's where me and my friends hang out and have fun and all that. And that's where I take pictures and I look sexy on the camera, and I do poses, and my room is so cool, and I constantly get told, hey, oh my god, your room is so cool. And it's something that extremely flatters me. Not just that, last year I started my own business, and if it weren't for my room being like a nice area in general where I can film content for my business would not have flourished or became what it is today. And it's all because my room is now clean. As I have already stated, this is a no judgment zone. Absolutely, I'm not judging anyone. I'm not judging you if you are used to be like me, or you still like me when I was a teenager, when I was younger and all that, because this is the unpleasant parts that a lot of people don't like talking about when it comes to mental health. I'm just saying that if you got rid of certain habits, it's gonna help you a lot in the long run when it comes to becoming more clean. Like, my room sometimes will get dusty, and I'm sure from the videos that I filmed around, you have noticed my room getting dusty, but my room never smells like mold or rotten stuff or unpleasant things, and that have made a huge change. Another thing that's helped me make my room a little bit more clean is being able to clean frequently. And I know that for a lot of people, especially if you work or you have school and all that, it's not as easy, because when I used to still be a college student, now I have graduated, it was really hard for me to keep my room clean all the time or try to clean it frequently. But now I'm very strict with myself. I have to clean my room at least once a week. Even if I'm gonna clean surface level, I'm really sure that you have noticed this about me, that I am a very surface level cleaner. It makes it very easier for future me to clean thoroughly or clean deeply if I want to, because I always try to just pick up stuff here and there. Even if I didn't even decide that I'm about to clean, I just sometimes in my way I just pick up stuff, where I pick up trash and I just throw it, or try to organize some of the clothes that I kept in a pile or something like that, or try to get rid of the clothes that I kept on the bed or anything like that. Those little habits that are not going to be as easier to implement in the beginning, those little habits have helped a lot with me also keeping my room clean. Cleaning clothes is very unpleasant. Like, this is one of the parts that I genuinely hate. But one of the things that can make your process easier is also putting the clothes in piles. Right now I have a pile for the clothes that I am gonna put away for the winter. I have another pile for the clothes that I'm gonna keep with me in the summer. And then I have a pile of clothes that I might donate or get rid of. You know, just put your favorite show on or podcast and lock in. It's not easy, but like, cleaning clothes while having a clean area around me, like my room is clean around me, it's actually very nice. I recommend. I don't know why cleaning clothes is this overwhelming and heavy on the heart. If I literally started by cleaning clothes first thing first in the room, I would have never finished. I would have never done anything. I would have literally already given up on cleaning altogether just because of how it's heavy on the heart cleaning clothes. I really hate it. I really do. Even though I've done a lot of progress, I still just probably not gonna finish all of this today. Probably it's gonna take me another day, honestly, because I'm kind of sleepy and I want to sleep. I low-key want to add something related to me earlier, basically sharing my heart and my vulnerability with y'all about me being a very nasty teenager, is that I bed rotted before bed rotting was even a term that is used. Shoo-shoo! Die. Yeah, back then we did not call it bed rotting, we called it being lazy and unmotivated, and you were judged very heavily for doing that and just not having the motivation to get out of bed or to do anything with your day. Now I'm thinking I was like that before the blow up of short form type of content, TikTok and Instagram reels and shorts and all that stuff. I can't imagine how bad it is now for teenagers and younger people who also struggle with feeling unmotivated, and now with doom scrolling on short form content like TikTok and reels. I have noticed how much bad my mental health also have gotten when I started also consuming short form content in a very unhealthy way for myself. I'm not creating, and that's why I'm going back to trying my best to consume long form content. I'm watching all the breakdowns of certain games, video games stuff on YouTube. I'm trying my best to always have a podcast or even watching some VODs of certain streamers that I like, just so I can get away of just sitting on the bed and scrolling through my phone. I was feeling unmotivated without a phone, without social media, without having something that constantly I'm just scrolling at and wasting time. It must be very rough right now. I just can't even imagine how bad it is for just the younger people and how they feel and all that. The upper area in my wardrobe is where I like to keep what I like to call seasonal clothes. So now I had to pull down all the summer clothes from last year and therefore put all the winter clothes that we just spent 7 years folding together. Okay guys, I am still not completely done with getting all the summer clothes down, but Shushu has been screaming about wanting to be up there. So I'm gonna make her dreams come true because I'm a beautiful, amazing cat owner. And if she wants to be up there, I'll make her dreams come true. Yeah. She doesn't seem like she wants to be down really, but unfortunately we cannot have her longer be up there. Hello Hello my beautiful watchers, it is next day. I'm feeling a little better and energized, and I am ready to address the elephant in the room. Summer clothes. I know that I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but thank the Lord that the rest of my room is clear, because if I was dealing with this while the rest of the room is a mess, that would have been my 13th reason. So I finally was able to put away all the winter clothes, and now we have the summer clothes that we should be dealing with. The way that I am going to deal with this, first of all, start carrying small piles like that and place them on my bed. And then each of these small piles I am gonna divide into, I think, 4 things. Clothes that I'm gonna give away, clothes that needs to be washed, and clothes that will be folded to be put back in my wardrobe. And those folded clothes will be separated into inside clothes and outside clothes. I'm not gonna take this whole thing, I'm just gonna take just small piles, and I'm sure that I will quickly be done with it by just taking small piles like that and not overwhelm myself with like this whole thing right here. What I'm doing today really reminds me of like my first ever cleaning video and how my bedroom just kept getting worse before it got better. I'm really glad that I didn't get any comments like trying to call me out on that, on the fact that my room just kept getting dirty the more that I supposedly was cleaning it. But this is what happened. Like, this type of cleaning I don't do every day. It's not every day that I'll have to put a pile of winter clothes away, get a pile of summer clothes in. The changing of the seasons is not something that happens very rapidly. So today cleaning is, or like the cleaning that I'm doing right now, is actually very hard. And I also had people who were very kind to me in the comments who also told me thank you for showing the actual times that it take you to clean and all that, because honestly rarely I was able to tackle something like today in one day. Like, I'm rarely able to do something like that. Usually when I'm doing like a big cleaning like the one that I'm doing right now, this takes me a couple of days. Last time I was cleaning my room too, I was also about to remodel my room and like change the whole interior and everything. So naturally the room just kept getting more dirty, because the more I started moving stuff and getting rid of other stuff, the more space started to uncover, and the more that I noticed that I need to be cleaning that space. So that's something that naturally happens when you are cleaning. Sometimes you can literally feel like, oh my god, this is getting worse, it's getting worse, it's not getting super clean. Another tip that I would love to give about cleaning, especially for people who have a small attention span, or people with ADHD, or just problems with focusing in general, and believe me, I have a whole issue when it comes to my attention span, is that when you're cleaning a huge area like that, stop focusing on small stuff. For example, I might be cleaning and then I find maybe like a pile of beads or the things that I used to do my personal crafts and all that, and suddenly my mind is trying to convince me that, oh my god, cleaning this is literally like I have to do it now. This is what I gotta do right now. Instead of focusing on cleaning the bigger area, now I'm focusing on somehow rearranging all my craft stuff and all that. This is just a waste of time. It's gonna make you lose your focus. It's gonna make you lose your sight on what you should be doing right now, or what is more urgent right now. If I clean the whole area, I can go back anytime and rearrange my craft stuff. Like, I don't have to do this right now. It's not that urgent. Something that I did in the last cleaning video is that I was cleaning my table area right here, and then I started focusing on like, oh my god, I have to rearrange what's inside the cabinets. Girl, close the cabinet. That's not the time for it right now. I can go back and rearrange the cabinets at any time. I don't have to do it right now while I'm having bigger issues. Genuinely take a shot every time I say right now. I am so sorry for how much I repeat words. There's a lot of cuts in these videos because this is a habit of mine. I just tend to overuse the same word over and over and over again, so I'm really sorry about that. I intentionally wanted today's video to be a little bit long because, first of all, I know that some people in my community have pointed out to me that they don't like when my videos are short, so this video is specifically for the people who like more longer videos. And second of all, I remember 5 years ago there was this video that really helped me cleaning, and it's called Cleaning My Room With You in Real Time by Peach PRC. It's a really good video. It helped me a lot. I'll leave it down in the description. I just put it whenever I am cleaning and it feels like I'm less lonely and I have like a friend around me while I'm cleaning. So I'm definitely inspired by this video to make my cleaning vlog a little bit longer. We are cleaning together and I find this to be magical and poetic in a way. It's next day. Guess who just woke up? It's me. So after I was like cleaning yesterday, I had one of my close friends calling me and I was like, hey, let me go outside and meet them because I wanted to. And I also did some stuff and I've been cleaning my room and ever since I started cleaning my room, every day some type of bullshit be happening. Like every single day, like I'm being called to do something or I'm being asked to run some errands or to buy some groceries. I haven't had a full day where I will just be staying at home fully, and that's why I was unable to just, lock the in. So now this is gonna be the first day that I am staying at home all day because I genuinely need to, and I need to lock in on cleaning. And I really hope, fingers crossed, I'm able to finish the room today. Even if I have some little stuff to clean later, like the library above me or the mirrors or some deep cleaning stuff, I can do them anytime. But like when it comes to the clothes and the summer stuff, I need to finish that today. So with no further ado, let's get into cleaning. But I need to wash my face first and my teeth. Oh my god, Kimmy, what the hell happened here? How about you mind your own business? But because I am very generous, I'm actually gonna tell y'all what happened here. So yesterday, while I was preparing to go out, I noticed that the one singular bag that I always go out with that has my keys, my wallet, and everything, I just couldn't find it. So this is the aftermath of me trying to find said bag. But worry not, my friends, we're gonna take care of this. I am not the type of person to be switching between bags. I am a chronic same bag wearer, and it is a backpack, and my very unfortunate canon event is that I have to lose my bag at home at least twice a month. I can't change it. This is the rules. I can't do anything about it. And the fact that I lose it often is the reason why I don't change it, because it carries all my important stuff. And if I had to do this stress with other like 5 or 6 bags like my older sister does, that would be too much on me. It was really easy to clean after my bag searching mission because I have already separated the clothes in piles, and yesterday when I was searching I just messed around with these piles, so I just needed to put them back together essentially. So now let me walk you through each pile and what does it mean. Here we have the summer clothes that I still did not sort through yet. In this blue basket, those are the clothes that needs to be washed. The black and the white bags are clothes that I want to give away. And in the pink basket right there, those are clothes that are still in a very good condition that I unfortunately did not wear because I bought them and they weren't my style, that I'm thinking of reselling. Here is Shushu being extremely intelligent, beautiful, and cute. It wouldn't be one of my videos if Shushu did not at least occupy half of the video. Now I want to talk a little bit about why cleaning clothes or sorting through clothes happens to be extremely frustrating, at least for me personally. It's because we have a lot of it that we don't even wear or use. There was also this really bad habit that I was doing that made things 10 times harder for me. And that habit is, for example, if the season is changing, it's winter and I have to pull down winter clothes, if I found a pile of clothes that I know damn well I will not be wearing or I will not be using, I will just shove again inside the wardrobe and be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now. So I've been doing this at least for the past like year and a half. So me sorting through this hell is my current punishment, unfortunately. But I swear I've been getting better. Like, your girl goes out twice a month. I don't need to have that much clothes. But I genuinely have been getting better with the habit of letting go of clothes. Especially my business have helped me a lot. That if I have a good piece and I just don't know what to do with it, I will just resell it or like donate it or something like that. And when it comes to home clothes, I just rotate between the same like 3 pajamas. And it's been working great. I really recommend it. Now that wasn't so hard now, was it? Don't believe anything I say, it was so hard, it was so hard, it was so hard. You might look at some of these time lapses and think to yourself, is my girl accessing a wide lens camera for the first time in her life or what? And you would be correct. The last cleaning vlog was filmed with my iPhone 7 Plus that made it look like a crime scene, but now we got the iPhone 13 Pro, baby, we are so bougie. So I'm gonna abuse that wide lens camera feature as much as I can. So guys, I know what you might think. Girl, you sorted most of the clothes out, you just need to do some tidying around and you would be done. Unfortunately, no. I do have a problem. There are some summer clothes that I kind of shoved in the wardrobe last year that I did not want to deal with or sort them out or anything like that. And I said to myself, I'll do them next year. And now I am in this year. So I I gotta sort out through more summer clothes and see what we will keep and what we will say bye to. Let's do that. Oh my god. Now that was a good opening. I can't do this, I can't do this. Let this be a learning lesson for you today. The next time you're thinking of avoiding decluttering your closet, I want you to remember what happened to me and the suffering that I went through. Do y'all know what I need right now? I need a break. So I'm gonna take that break and I'm gonna continue later. And I hope that the later is not the next day. I hope I don't come next day and be like, hey guys, it's me next day. Hello everyone, it's me a couple of hours later. Did you miss me? I just ate, I had lunch, I took a break, and now I'm ready to finish sorting through these divas. Let's lock in. Some of these summer clothes were genuine artifacts, stuff from middle school, high school. Mind you, I have graduated college, but I'm still proud of myself for doing this and donating so much clothes that were still in such a good shape for other people to use and wear, hopefully. That is a huge milestone for me, I tell you, because I was raised by a mom who refuses to throw plastic bottles in bags no matter how much I begged her to do that. The clothes that were in a really bad shape, we did not throw either. We decided to cut them to make kitchen cloth out of them. Hello, update. I want to burn our wardrobe, and honestly, I'm starting to think really deeply on why we need clothes to begin with. But now we're having another task to do. Those are all the clothes that are dusty and have successfully given me an allergy. Like my nose feels very sensitive right now and my eyes are extremely watery, all because of these gorgeous clothes that needs to be washed as soon as possible. So let's sort through them. I know how to talk. So let's sort through them so we wouldn't wash like the dark stuff with the light stuff and all that tea. Wow, this is so fun.
This is the fastest cashier I know. And he gets down. He don't play.
Also, I have a question. Are any of my current watchers right now, any of y'all like genuinely enjoy cleaning? Is this something that you genuinely enjoy? Because I just need to get inside the minds of the people who like genuinely enjoy cleaning to understand, how were you able to link cleaning to something positive? Like, what was the training for that process? I just find it as an extremely unpleasant chore that I would rather just ignore. And even though I've been cleaning way more frequently, and I know you're gonna tell me if you got used to cleaning more frequently, it's not gonna be as unpleasant. But even though I've been cleaning more frequently, it's still not as easy, I guess, for me, or as pleasant. Honestly, I would be lying if I said me cleaning frequently did not make it a little bit more easier to do it, but like, it's definitely not something pleasant or positive for me. I'm trying to reach the people who genuinely say stuff like, oh, cleaning is so therapeutic. How did you come to this conclusion? Hello guys, we are at my humble kitchen getting ready to wash some of the clothes because this is where we keep our washer, and I wanted to share some type of like a story time or something with y'all. So I literally learned how to use the washer like a year ago. That's when I learned, and I learned how to use the washer because, you know, I started my own thrifted clothing business and I just wanted to wash the clothes before I send them to the people who order them, and that's why I learned how to wash clothes. Thank the Lord that the clothes arc is finally over. That was hard to do and hard to edit. So I finally cleared all the clothes that I separated. I was not able to wash everything because we don't have that much space to hang them because we air dry our clothes. Because I think the dryer is an American concept that I learned about it very recently, actually, that all Americans be using dryers and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress. But the room does not feel clean yet. Even though like my voice is literally echoing, it just does not feel clean. So I wrote a list down of things that I need to do that might help me feel like the room is a little bit more clean. But basically, see those two flags? I want to wash them because I noticed from up close that they're a little bit dusty. My Tunisian flag and this beautiful flag right here. And also I wanna sweep and mop the floor, and I wanna clean the mirrors because the mirrors are not looking very clear. And also we talked about the library. I hate cleaning this the most because it's not that time consuming actually. Like, I'm gonna film a time lapse and it's not gonna feel like it takes that long. It's heavy on my heart. Let's do all this stuff right now. Of course, me removing my two flags is very important and life-changing. I had to film a time lapse for it. Dude, don't even ask me about the wall here because I tried cleaning it before and I don't know. And look who just noticed what's happening in the wall here. That wasn't here before. What does those flags do to the wall? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, they will be covered. Right now, I'm about to clean this area behind me. And honestly, I have not been collecting or, decorating my room for a very long time. So I'm still very inexperienced on how I should be taking care of figurines and just stuff like that. But I'll show you how I personally do it. First of all, I have 2 bowls of water. This is water with like cleaning products, and this is just pure water. I have 2 cleaning cloths. One of them is slightly damp, just slightly damp, and the other one is completely dry. Then I'll start preparing the bed. I'm just gonna take out those pillows, and then I should put something on the bed because I'm about to pull those stuff down. The dust is gonna come off on like the sheets, and those sheets are clean. Like I literally just put them on the bed like 2 days ago or something. So yeah, I'm gonna have something to put right here as like protection or something. And now let's get into like the hard part. I just want to let y'all know that I'm filming with the back camera, so I currently can't see myself a lot. Just know that a lot of these figurines that I have right here, I didn't buy them new or anything like that. Actually, I got most of them from like vintage markets and like people who were just giving stuff away. Also, my best friend Hassan was able to collect like really good stuff for like extremely cheap prices for me. Honestly, I got them with like a really good deal. And I'm about to do something that might scare some of y'all. It's the lazy way of cleaning. See this beautiful shadow, the hedgehog right here?
Kurapika is now drowning in an indescribable emptiness.
Yeah, that's what I do. But I don't do this with all of them. I do this with the ones that I know don't have any hollow places from the inside. So for example, this is hollow from the inside, so I'm not gonna do this with it. This is not hollow from the inside, so I'll do this with it. Also, if I have any figurines that have like metal or anything like that, I'm not gonna do the same thing with them. I have like, like the silicone figurines, they're like very cheap. They have the metal part right here, can you see it? Yeah, I'm not gonna do this with her because I'm just afraid of rust and all that stuff. What I do so I wouldn't overwhelm myself crazy is that I start section by section. So let's zoom in a little bit, like that. So I'll start by clearing the area first. Whenever I'm taking, for example, having the Tokyo Revengers manga, this is the slightly damp one. I just like do like a very easy like swipe, and I do it from the top too because the top is the part that collects the most dust. Also, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, since I live in a third world country, y'all already should know the fact that most of our stuff are not original. A lot of our stuff is like bootleg and all that stuff. So we have like local people who sell like manga here, like translated manga to Arabic or whatever, that I just bought it from them for like very cheap. So yeah, that's where I got my mangas too. Even though Boku no Hero Academia is like one of my favorite shows, I just don't own a lot of Boku no Hero Academia stuff. I just wish I could collect more things eventually. And this diva, it's like completely hollow from the inside. Honestly, I wish I could free like one of the places here so I can just make like a Minecraft themed one, because I really love Minecraft, and maybe one day I'll do it, but like right now, honestly, I just don't think I have the time for it. So basically, yeah, I pulled down everything and I just give it like a small wipe using the slightly damp cloth. I'll tell you something about me. I actually watched the movie like Cars as like an adult. Like I watched it I think last year. This was the first time I saw it like ever, and I just got obsessed with it very quickly. Honestly, I love cars in general, so the Cars movie honestly was also very lit for me. And by the way, the cloth that is slightly damp, it's damp using the water that has cleaning products. It's not just regular water. The regular water I just use for dumping some of the stuff that I can dump in it. And then I'll pull all of this. I'm just gonna pull the first one first because it is the most dusty one, and I'll just give it a wipe down too, and then I'll pull everything down and I wipe it as well. I use the damp cloth just to like give it a wipe, and then I have also like a bottle that has more cleaning product that I'm just gonna slightly spray it. I'm just gonna wipe around. And now here comes the roll of the dry cloth. I'm just everything that I wiped using the damp cloth, I'm about to wipe using the dry cloth. Honestly, I low-key forgot which order I had like the Attack on Titan manga, but I remember that I had them based on height, because some of them are very tall and some of them are kind of short. I don't have a specific theme when it comes to decorating my shelves, and I think that is quite obvious. I also had some people tell me that the ancient Egyptian corner at the bottom right shelf is out of place. First of all, it's not out of place because I am half Egyptian, and second of all, I studied archaeology and I majored in Egyptology. That ancient Egyptian grammar book you're seeing over there, this is not for looks, I actually studied that. Also, the process of my bedroom becoming this overly decorated space is not something that happened overnight at all. Like if you looked back at photos of my bedroom 5-6 years ago, my room was genuinely empty. I didn't have access to things that I could decorate my room with that could be cheap or accessible at all for me to buy. I remember going to my local photography place and asking them if they could print me some photos of idols and animes that I like, which felt like an absolute humiliation ritual. That one moment of silence after I did send him the photos of the things that I wanted to print and that little side eye of judgment that he placed upon me was definitely something to remember. I remember starting decorating my wall with few posters, and shortly the few posters weren't few posters anymore. I also collected a lot of trinkets, things that people would think are irrelevant. I would collect and eventually make something out of it and put it in my room or one of my shelves. And that's how my room became the way that it is right now, or today, and I hope eventually in the future my room just becomes more cooler and cooler. Hello guys, I just finished cleaning here and it took me forever and it was so hard mentally to the point I thought about quitting cleaning today, but thank God I didn't and I pulled through it. I don't even have that much of a decorated bedroom. Like, I cannot imagine like people who actually collect and have extreme big collection. What do y'all do to make sure that your things are, you know, clean all the time and not dusty? Because I live in a country where we get multiple sandstorms a year, so things get dusty here very, very fast. Like, it takes literally 2 days for it to start getting dusty. Any tips or tricks would be appreciated if you left them down below in my comments. I would love to read the tips that y'all have for me. Now I'm about to clean a part that is extremely unpleasant for me, which is the mirror. I suck at cleaning the mirror. See, I'm a girl that likes me a good, you know, mirror selfie, and one of my pet peeves is like a mirror selfie where the mirror is clearly not clean. Hey, I'm guilty of that. I love that whenever I'm about to clean something new, I just say that I find this extremely unpleasant. Like, girl, what do you find pleasant to clean? I'll tell you my answer. It's the Mbappe special.
For example, nothing.
If you ever want to hire me to make your mirror somehow look worse, feel free to. I somehow just made it even more foggy and disgusting by attempting to clean it. Anyway, I have a second mirror. We're about to make the second mirror worse as well, so they would be matching.
Let's go to hell. Stop.
Now guys, this is the ugly mirror that we surprisingly use more than the other one. Like, we do our makeup, our skincare, everything on this mirror. Even though like the other one that I just cleaned, like it's like very new and sexy, and it has like installed LED lights in the background, and it's like very futuristic and it's like very nice. But this is like, you know, this is our little comfort mirror that we had for like years and years and years. Yeah, we just like to use it more than the other one. Also because it's closer to where the makeup and the skincare is in general. Now I'm kind of pissed off. Why is the ugly mirror more cleaner than the other one? This is so unfair. Like, she's clear. So now guys, we have this gorgeous panda that we remember to clean often. I'm lying, I barely remember to clean him, but we do. That we put him here just to hide the fact that someone got a little hungry and took like a chunk out of the mirror. But also in our defense, we didn't break it. It came to us like that. Our aunt was like giving away some of her mirrors and stuff, and she was like, hey, you want this one? And we were like, fine, because at this point we actually did not have any mirrors to do our makeup or stuff like that. So this one was better than having nothing, I guess. Those we put here just for pure decoration purposes. And perfect. So I just checked the to-do list that I put, and literally the 3 things that I have left is just sweeping and like mopping the floor. Also like wash the flags and the stuff that I got out. I also really wanted to wash the curtains, but we don't have a staircase or anything like that. We borrow one from our neighbors, and our neighbors are currently, I don't think they're staying at their place. So I think I'm gonna postpone washing the curtains, and after that the room is supposedly like squeaky clean. I hope so. Question mark? Editor came here, and I'm very shocked at how much I was able to get done in one day. Usually it's not like that at all, but I guess I had work and other stuff to attend to, so I just wanted to get stuff done, not have to postpone cleaning for any other days. But y'all already know that I'm very pro not finishing everything in one day and taking constant breaks, so whenever you feel off while cleaning, please take a break. Are y'all ready for the grand reveal, everyone? But first, I need to remind you on how the room looked like before and how the room is looking like now. Yay! This is such an emotional, very heartfelt, very extremely feelings filled moment. You know what? I'm not gonna disturb you anymore. Just look at the room and I'm gonna shut up like that. Honestly, I've been talking for far too long. Hello guys, after 4 days of continuous cleaning, I am finally finished with cleaning my room. And I just want to say, even though I was big miss complainer, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. And I am the kind of person that usually gives myself like a lot of excuses on why I will not be cleaning. Like, one of them, if I'm going out to any place on the same day, I would somehow convince myself that, oh, since I'm going out, I shouldn't be cleaning today. And those 4 days, I went out 3 times to do errands, run groceries, meet some of my friends, and I still tried my best to every day wake up and clean a little bit before getting ready to go out. Even today, I am about to go out. And I know when you start cleaning any area, you usually and subconsciously are looking for fast results that are visual, that you can immediately see. And if you didn't find those fast results, it can become very frustrating, and it can even lead you to feeling like you don't want to clean anymore, you're not motivated to clean anymore. But it's not about how much you do or able to accomplish in a very short time, it's about progress. And it doesn't matter how big or small the progress that you're doing, what's important is that you're still doing progress. Like on the first day, I literally just cleaned the bed and the tables. I didn't even clean that much, but I still did something. And every day I promised myself that I am going to finish a small task, and I had my to-do list with me and I had the task written out, and every day I just tried to do 1 or 2 tasks at a time. I didn't try to push myself to do more than that, especially if I'm already having other plans in the middle or at the end of the day. So I'm here to remind you, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to clean. What matters is that you're still doing something, is that you're still cleaning. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching me till the end, seeing my journey when it comes to cleaning my room. I have another cleaning video. It's a little bit old and it's not as well filmed as this one, but feel free to check it out to watch it. Anyway, I am Raccoon Kimmy and I post on YouTube.